Welcome, Sagittarius, to your love reading for September 10th to the 16th of 2018. So we're going to look into two spreads for you as well. So energy for Sagittarius for September 10th to the 16th of 2018. All right, Sagittarius. Okay. See, mutual energy. So both of you might be saying things that you really mean them, maybe deep down in some way, but then you retract for some of you. So I feel like either you are having issues with what someone has done and you might express your plight, or you might really get aggressive and let the other person feel your wrath in some way. So either it's hearing things through the grapevine, pushing things through the grapevine, and it might become a great issue. So keep that in mind for some of you out there. So rumors might be out now, either dealing with a child or dealing with something he say she say kind of thing. Now, what is your partners or the person that's coming towards you? That particular person may be very drained energetically, because they may be dealing with multiple people, or the fact that they can't get through to you. They may want to just give up, and if they feel attacked by you, or just you becoming very aggressive with each other, I feel like they might be a bit overwhelmed. So definitely tied down with a lot of their own worry energetically and with other issues or another person. Now, your response. So you don't have a lot of answers to questions that you want. So it's almost like you may force these answers to come to you through getting aggressive or stating your case, or trying to dig deep and find out what's been going on, asking other people certain questions, and that could bring about some issues where they may say that you came to them, ask them some questions, and then the answers start to come out. Then the other person says something to somebody else there. It goes on. I forgot that game when you whisper something to somebody and there's like 10 people in the room, and the last person it gets to sometimes I feel like people purposely change the answer what was said, but sometimes it can get misconstrued in some way, because certain people hear what they want to hear, or they literally just hear whatever you said, but it doesn't come out very clear. So it's always a matter of perception, and I feel like your perception could be confused. Sometimes you might even know the fact of what has happened, but them or your romantic partner telling you what's been going on, or you being honest about what's going on, might not be revealed completely. So there are some issues going on. All right, now your advice, it tells you to let go of the confusion. I feel when you are in doubt, when you don't have all of the answers, and you feel like you can't really reach him, or even if you feel like you have the truth about something but you can't find closure with it, you can't really find the reasons why it happened, it tells you to stop sifting, stop pushing, and try to just do what you can do right now to alleviate the pain and the pressure, and take a risk, and to see how the universe might help you out. Right? And then the outcome, because of the aggression and because of the person that you're dealing with, because they're not really wanting to defend themselves, or really, for some of you, you might be dealing with an issue where you just came to me, you're dealing with somebody who might be feeling tied down or trapped, and this could be you as well, but dealing with someone who might be held down in a relationship that they want to move on from. And your love interest, they know that if you were to address certain matters, your current romantic partner could flip out on you, and they don't want to address it, and you don't want to address it, so you could miss out on an opportunity to be with that particular person. That's the scenario. But for some of you, whatever may have happened between you two, reconciling and working things out, maybe healing a rift, could happen, but the way that you respond and start to spread rumors or go through what you go through, it could bring out missed opportunities. So that's what it seems like to me. So clarify the page of swords in reverse for Sagittarius. Clarify the page of swords in reverse. So it tells you whatever you might be doing, I feel like it's a matter of you defending your own beliefs, or defending the reasons why you're responding the way that you are. Clarify the page of swords in reverse. There seems to be something where there's a wife, someone that's been married, or some kind of sexual issue that may have happened between you and someone else, and I feel like that's something that's very stressful between you and the reasons why you may have broken up or separated from somebody. So let's see. That's spread 1. We're going to do spread 2. So for spread 2 for Sagittarius in love, let's see. Sagittarius in love for spread 2, September 10th to the 16th, 2018. Okay. So you both. So when the King of Swords is showing up, that means that you are stating your facts. You're stating your truth. You're trying to be very clear about something. And if it does entail you getting very aggressive or being very sharp or very closed off, I feel like that's necessary for some of you out there. So there's some kind of truth or being very independent and restricted from somebody. So again, you might be stating what you feel. The other person pulls back and they do them. So there's like this energy of like, okay, well, I can't really get through, so I'm gonna just do what I have to do. Now the person that's coming toward you, they might not be wanting to either get married, wanting to go through with the commitment, or the fact that somebody is married and going through a divorce, and it does require that has to happen before the connection can bloom or blossom. So your response, you're reaching for a new start for some. So again, this is usually again asking the universe for what you want, trying to find new ways of proceeding and to get away from a restrictive scenario or somewhere that you're not happy with. You're moving on from it and trying to communicate your needs and communicate your desire, and trying to learn through how you respond and what's been going on with you and somebody else. So you have an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, then you have an Aries for some showing up. Now your advice, it tells you to try, I feel like this is the energy of someone coming back to you, dealing with your past first, acknowledging it, facing it, then moving on. Some of you might be dealing with someone that could be returning to you as well. Others of you have children that could affect you in some way. When there is a big move, there's a big change, and you have to keep them into the consideration of the change, because it could affect them when it comes to school, your job, your career, the schooling that you might go to, the school that they might go to, the living, the neighborhood. These kind of things could be up. But this is also a card of going around and being around those that bring out warm energy within you, happiness, your family, friendships, those that you have good fond memories of, and removing yourself from those that aggravate you or bring out a lot of attention. What is the outcome? If there is dishonesty, so someone is getting away with being dishonest about a certain connection, and it could be their feelings. Clarify the Seven of Swords for Sagittarius. Clarify the Seven of Swords, Sagittarius. So it seems to me that even in the midst of everything, where someone is wanting to connect, wanting to get closer, and they don't express it, I feel like that's because of jealousy, even resentment, the things that they might do, just being overly passionate about something, or the lacking the passion and not really expressing themselves. But it doesn't mean that they don't care. I feel like they could just be holding on to some kind of resentment. And clarify the Six of Cups for Sagittarius. So it tells you to let go. Is letting go of the past, I feel, for some of you. Even if you want that person to come back, if you want to reconcile with somebody, the person that you really want in your life will show up eventually. But I feel like it's part of you needing to let go of what's not serving you right now. So let's see, messages for Sagittarius for September the 10th to the 16th, 2018. So it's safe for you to love. It says open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. That's where you're trying to make the best and most wise decision for yourself right now. But someone that you're dealing with has to remove themselves from a marriage, or they have to get themselves a home, or the both of you have to get a new home. Some of you have to move out and be on your own first before you are to connect with somebody else. That's what it seems like to me. Messages for Sagittarius for September 10th to 19th, 16th. And very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. You might be, stuck in the middle of two people, different scenarios that you would like to kind of end, something that you would really like to move forward with, but it seems like you might be at a crossroads right now and not sure what to do. But it tells you to get serious about that and we shouldn't have to read between the lines of what someone is saying and what they're not saying. And if that's the case, sometimes we have to, find a clarity to let go. Maybe even just be single, do our own thing, and focus on us. It's 3:33 as I'm looking on the clock, and I feel like that message, when it comes through in that way, that it's important advice for some of you to maybe follow. Try to go through with that and see what comes of it. So don't allow anyone to make you guilty for not making changes that you need to, because there might be big decisions that goes into the equation, and jealousy and possessiveness and acting as if they care but not really showing it is part of what needs to change before you are to make certain decisions. So that's going to be your reading. Tons of love, lots of light to you, tons of healing vibes. I wish you the best, and you can always go to the website psychicloveheals.com to schedule something for you. Have a good one.